Well, howdy. I made the diagram here to explain to family and friends who were curious how I got to fix my clog. And then I was like, you know what? In all my research online, I never saw anybody suggest this. Now, maybe it was and I just missed it, but for all the people asking about how to clear clogs online that are struggling, black tank clogs, uh, here's my solution. Now, to start with, this is not a poop pyramid clog where it's underneath the toilet. This is I forget the term for it, but basically it's at the pipe that exits the tank at the bottom. So here we go. Hopefully, let's see. So I'm covering up part of this drawing for now because this. Let's just begin with this is the basic setup on most systems. Certainly, it's the way mine is set up. You got the tanks here and here, your gray and black tanks. They come out. That is a gate valve. That's the little thing you pull to open and let the stuff flow. And then from there, most people, we're going to ignore the part in the middle for now because that's the part that fixed it. You've got your hose going down to the sewer. For a long time, I had in the middle one of those rinser inserts that connects to your hose, right? And that allows you to spray water up. And for a long time, we're going to ignore this for a minute. You got to glimpse and you'll see in a minute, but for a long time that's what I had. I just had that rinser insert in there, and that allows you to send water from your hose and spray it up in towards your tanks, and it helps you clean and rinse your tanks. Most of you know about this if you are a long-time RVer or like me, a full-timer. So anyway, the problem with this situation is when you're spraying the water up, first of all, I've got a bend here in mine. I don't know about you. Yours may come straight out, but I've got a 90 degrees. So the spray is never directly slamming against the clog. There's not a lot of pressure. And the other problem is that as long as it's open back here, as soon as it's kind of filled the pipe, as soon as it's gotten all the water and air has a place to escape, and that is down the hose into the sewer. And there wasn't enough pressure pushing against this. And I realized if you threw a gate valve right there and closed it and had only your black tank valve open and your gray tank closed, okay, and somewhere in here is the clog, that this pipe would fill with water and fill with water and fill with water. And there would be no place for it or the air to go because this gate valve is blocking it from going here. And so as long as this clog can withstand less pressure than all your pipes and all of your connections on your pipes, hopefully it'll give. And that's what I ended up doing, is I replaced my rinser insert here. I thought about just getting a gate valve, but then I found a different rinser insert made by Camco. I forget which one it is, but it basically has both the rinser attachment for your hose and the gate valve built into it, and the one that I found can direct the hose water either up or down, and I found that to be very, very, very helpful. So that's what I did. I put the new thing in here, and I shut the valve, and I shut the gray valve was shut, and the black valve was open, and the clog was somewhere behind that. It might have been in this little 1.5 foot of tubing that I had coming out of my black tank before the valve. Might have been right at the entrance or exit of the tank. I don't know. It was somewhere in there. Regardless, once I closed this valve and I just let the water go and go and go, eventually it popped it free. Now that said, I sat right here with one hand on the switch that turns on and off the water and another hand on this gate valve, because just in case, and I was watching every point of connection along here, just in case something blew. Because if I started seeing water come from any of these, that meant that the clog could withstand greater pressure than those. And I was prepared to open this gate valve and turn off that water quickly, just in case. But I didn't need to. It turned out that it blew the clog. And then I've been able to use this by closing the valve and continually filling the tank and draining it and filling it and draining it. Eventually, it's starting to run. I mean, every time I filled it and rinsed it, it was still dumping paper, which meant that I was not doing proper maintenance and I was not doing enough to keep it clean and to dissolve that paper. But anyway, that's a solution for clearing a clog in your black tank. that I have never seen online that worked for me after I tried for the last 2 weeks a whole lot of other solutions, every product on the market, every other product that I could find. And that was the one that worked, and it took about 10 minutes to get it clear. But then I spent like 3 more hours filling and draining, filling and draining, filling and draining. And now it is totally full, and with a digester just soaking overnight to see what else is on the walls and at the bottom, just trying to get it all done. But anyway, that was the solution. Good luck.